Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle and I'm here to do a love reading for Scorpio. Wherever you have Scorpio in your chart, we all have it somewhere, so there could be something in here. That is my intention. But please take what resonates and leave the rest. And I'm looking at you and your person. So, yeah, reverse roles as needed. Just tapping into the energy. Um, and yeah, just apply it as it fits. You know your story best. So I'm going to start with the angelic messenger cards. A card for each of you and see what's going on. For Scorpio, we've got purpose. Okay. And in 22. And for your person, we have love. 1. Well, all right. Grab the Light Seers deck and clarify what these mean. What is this purpose for Scorpio? The Hermit, Virgo energy, and the Ten of Swords. Okay. Maybe you're tapping into what your true purpose is after going through some kind of situation that either you experience some betrayal where it caused you to go within and do some soul searching, gain some kind of wisdom, kind of step back, or you did this, you kind of naturally decided to step back, to go within, and in doing that, you understood that you had to walk away, completely end a cycle. Not sure yet if it's with this person in the reading or somebody else, but it's absolutely closing out a cycle, and it has to do with your purpose somehow. Maybe it's about honoring yourself and what you know is right for you. And as hard as it is, knowing you have to move on from potentially someone. What about your person? What's this love? The World. It's another major cycle ending, and Judgment. Okay, closing out a cycle. Looking at everything, looking at what's happened. Judgment's always about examining the past and deciding that it's time to move forward because of the world, not revisiting something. It's like, nope, I've learned my lessons. I've done the things that I was supposed to do, and now it's time to move to the next level. And it's interesting too because both of these, both the World and the Ten of Swords, are closing out a cycle. But this one, there's kind of a sad, forlorn energy about it. And this one is like celebration, feeling really good. There's the rainbow in her dress. Like, it's that feeling of graduating, putting in the effort and like, yes, I'm moving up. So it's interesting how you're both closing out cycles, but from a very different place. So let me go to my Guardian Tarot. I am curious what you think about this person in this reading. What goes through your mind when you think about them? 6 of Cups, someone potentially from your past, and Magician, Virgo, and Gemini energy. So we have Virgo again. You This is somebody that you've known them for a while, could be a very long time, not necessarily, but you think of them as working on manifesting what they want in their life. Maybe they're very they could be spiritual, they could just be very into some kind of occult because we have the Ouija board here, occult thing. Could even be tarot or astrology or there's a number of things that fall under that category, but um there's somebody who has some kind of they dabble or they have some kind of practice in some we'll just say that some kind of occult divination system. How do they think of you? Or what do they think of you? Three of Swords and Judgment. We have Judgment again. Well, the fact that you got the Six of Cups, and I'm just noticing the Six of Cups here. There's this being on her chest, right around her heart chakra. Her? Yeah, it's got a boob. um somebody, this is what you think of them. This person has taken hold of your heart, whether you want them to or not. So this is how they think of you. Heartbroken, potentially because of them, right? And and you're in a place of judgment as well. Interesting that it came up for both of you. Seems like for you this is a leveling up. This is pushing you um towards or into some kind of spiritual growth. For them, this is allowing them to tap into love, the ability to love, opening themselves up to the concept of love. Maybe you've helped them with this. It's really positive for both of you, but it seems like you're the one who had to deal with the fallout of their choices. And you're kind of like, I don't, if they've come back, you're like, yeah, I'm not sure about you. Not sure. I know what happened last time. And Scorpio, I mean, it seems like, you have this depth to you where, whether you dabble in the occult or not, somebody who does something like that often is like, you kind of get where they're coming from, what they're into. And the fact that they took a place in your heart makes me think that you you also, I mean, if you're watching this reading, then clearly you're into it too. Um, but because of what happened, you're kind of like, I don't know. There's a absolutely a contemplative energy here. And it's interesting when I first looked at this card, this I thought this was a city, but actually it kind of looks like a graveyard and spirits kind of rising up. And that can sometimes be what judgment it's looking at the past. It's resurrecting things in order to finalize them one way or the other, whether you're going to choose to allow something another chance or move forward. Anyway, so this is what they think of you. Let me go to the Dreaming Way Tarot. I'm curious. I'm curious how you feel about this person. Kind of getting an idea. King of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So it could be that you see them as a counterpart of sorts. You know, we have the king and the queen. There's somebody who kind of fits, but the suits are different. So it could be that they have a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you do, and they have a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could also be where, because this is how you feel. So because of the heartbreak, you've been forced to close off your emotions, shut that part of you down. It has made you feel rather cold towards this person because you're just like, especially Scorpio, you have some, like I said, you have so much depth, so much ability um, to feel things deeply, even if you don't always show it. It's, there's a lot happening under the surface for you. And after what you've been through, you're kind of like, yeah, I'm I'm not going to make myself vulnerable to this person again. In fact, it could be that you, you could be embodying both of these energies where you're like, this is how you feel about them. You could also feel like this is them, where they're very cold, shut down. And then with the Queen of Wands is very like dynamic and bold and beautiful and charismatic, the life of the party. Um, Stands on her own 2 feet. She does what she wants. So, so it could go either way. Either you have shut down emotionally and you're kind of following your passion because you both are going through some kind of transformation, some kind of leveling up, and for you you're just like, okay, it's all about me. I'm awesome. I'm glowing. I feel good about myself after what I've been through. I'm healing. I'm deciding to make my life how I want it. um and you could also see this person in this way, where you see them as being very cold and calculating, logical, not emotional at all, but also very attractive. Also like dynamic and interesting, and you have chemistry, something draws you in. So, yeah, take it as it resonates. How do they feel about you? 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. So interesting how differently you see each other. Um, they they see long-term prosperity, um, coming together, creating a family, having a life together, and there is certain victory here. They feel. Um, they could also feel like you are creating your life the way you want it. You're focusing on your money and your long-term success. And they see you as being, you're up high, you're riding on your white horse, you're, you know, you're being celebrated for your accomplishments. Um, but I feel like because of the 10 of Pentacles here, my immediate feeling is like they feel like you would make a good team and fit really well together. And Jojo made it. Yay. Hello, good morning. And yes, thank you all for liking, subscribing, and sharing. All right, so what am I doing? I want to go with my mystical moments, tarot of mystical moments, and I want to know what your next actions are. What are Scorpio's next actions? We've got the Queen of Pentacles, 1555. I just saw three fives, lots of change. That's right, and Page of Swords. You are very much working on your becoming very financially stable, solid in your life, being resourceful, using what you have around you to move forward, having a lot of a lot of integrity, knowing how to put in the effort, that you have to put in effort to get where you want, and you're in this place of being a student. Now you could be, the Page of Swords can sometimes be spying, kind of internet, checking out somebody's social media, but it's not always like lurking. Especially because of this card, it feels like this is one of your resources that you're using to gain some kind of knowledge to help boost you. Not totally sure. Here, let me get a clarifier for the Page of Swords. Ah, the Four of Wands. Okay. So, because I was going to say, I don't know if this is just you focusing on you or if this is you kind of learning about this person. Because of the Four of Wands, you're considering them as you're considering giving them a second chance. They know this about you, and that's what you're doing. um, because you do see potential with them, but you're really trying to figure out how the information you need to stand tall and stand strong with this person. To Again, there's this, like I said, this leveling up. Being a queen, it's like it's being very, like, you're in a place of power, but you're also very receptive and inviting people into your world. Very nurturing, very abundant. And you're thinking about, maybe you're still interested in sharing your abundance with this person. Hmm. So what are your person's next actions? Five of Cups and the King of Wands. I think this person they feel bad about what happened in the past. They feel bad about hurting you. They realize they squandered something really, really special, and it's kind of lighting a fire under them, because they're like, well, not all is lost. There's a little bit. There's a little bit left. Maybe I can. um trying to think of the right word, you know, improve my situation, improve the situation between us. And so they get into this King of Wands energy. Excuse me. Which is the counterpart to the Queen of Wands. So this makes me think that this is you embodying the Queen of Wands energy. And they're like, you know, they see you being all awesome and bold, and you're also embodying this because this is how you feel about them. Yeah. Um and so they're just like, all right, I'm going to go for Scorpio. I'm going to make this happen. I'm sad about how I acted before, and now I'm saying this is my hell yes guy. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And you are a hell yes for this person. And they're just, King of Wands. When he gets his heart and his mind set on something, he is next to impossible to stop. Now there is free will, and you could decide, yeah, no, not so interested. And this tells me that maybe they have some, they could also have some fire in their chart. Didn't I say that before? Anyway, um, yeah, this potentially losing you has motivated them in a major way to come forward with passion, with intent, knowing that you are so important and special to them, and they have to let you know this. They don't want to lose whatever chance they have, whatever little chance. I don't know, having trouble with words, but that's okay. um King of Wands in the upright is a good person. Yeah, that's a good point too. This is somebody who can be counted on, who is who is reliable because he is moved by his passion, by his desire to create, um the life, create an adventure in his world, that he's always pursuing something that really lights him up. And so and you've become his latest project. um where are we at? So let me finish. I want an outcome, potential outcome here. I'm going to use my Radiant Rider Waite deck. Potential outcome for Scorpio: the Knight of Pentacles and Strength, Leo energy. You you're all about taking this slow. Um you are open to giving this another try. You have not fully decided to walk away. Typically with Scorpio, and with Scorpios, once you reach that breaking point, you're done. You're not going back. In this situation, you haven't reached that breaking point, fortunately for this person. But they did hurt you, and it requires strength to build up your courage and to move forward. And so you're taking it real slow. And it's about the slow burn. And you're like, well, you have a lot to prove to me, so I'm just going to, I'm going to be in my integrity, act with integrity with you, person. And but it's taking a lot to open open myself back up again. This is what you're saying. So, for them, potential outcome, we have the Five of Pentacles. Interesting fives for them, and the Three of Pentacles. It could be that you moving so slowly is making them think that you're not into it because you're being so cautious. They end up feeling left out in the cold. But that's not exactly what's happening. They just they want to hurry up and make this happen and you're like, "Yeah, we're going to just see. We're going to take this one baby step at a time." Um but ultimately, this feels like feel left out in the cold, but then there's here comes the slow burn. Then it's like, okay, well, let's start working together. Let's get ourselves on the same page, figure out our vision for the future, for moving forward together. But it's a little rough for them because this is karma for them for how they acted towards you, and you're okay with them feeling feeling bad. 'Cause you're like, yeah, see, now you know how I felt. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it there. This looks really good overall. Overall, it's you taking your power back and them coming to their senses, which frankly, like I feel like for most people who have been hurt in a romantic situation, it's or even in any situation really where you feel slighted by somebody, to have them come back and be like, I was wrong. Please give me another, another chance, a second chance. And it can feel really good to feel vindicated. So you definitely will, I think. So anyway, there it is. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thank you again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.